The 2025 NFL season is right around the corner, and the San Francisco 49ers are once again the talk of the league as ESPN has dropped some absolutely crazy predictions that have fans buzzing, analysts debating, and rivals getting nervous. Because when it comes to the Niners, every year feels like a season of destiny, heartbreak, or both. And this year, ESPN is forecasting something wild, starting with their bold take that Brock Purdy, the once Mr. Irrelevant turned franchise cornerstone, will take an MVP leap and finish as one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL. Which is insane considering just a couple of years ago, people doubted if he could even hold the starting job. But ESPN argues that with Kyle Shanahan's genius play calling, a fully loaded offensive arsenal featuring Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and now a deeper offensive line rotation, Purdy has all the weapons to not just succeed, but do much. Dominate. And that's not the only hot prediction. Another jaw-dropper is ESPN's claim that Christian McCaffrey will break the NFL's all-time yards from scrimmage record, surpassing Chris Johnson's legendary season, which, if you think about it, is not completely impossible given CMC's ability to line up as a runner, receiver, even wildcat quarterback. And with defenses stretched thin by Shanahan's schemes, McCaffrey could realistically hit numbers nobody has ever seen before. But what really has psyped is ESPN's shocking forecast that the 49ers will not only win the NFC West, but finish with the league's best overall record at 14-3, securing home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and in doing so, put themselves in prime position for another Super Bowl run. Though we all know the road through January is brutal, especially with rivals like the Philadelphia Eagles, Detroit Lions, and Dallas Cowboys standing in the way. Yet ESPN seems convinced that this 49ers squad is deeper, tougher, and more complete than any team in the NFL right now. And to make things even spicier, they predict Nick Bosa will reclaim Defensive Player of the Year honors by racking up over 20 sacks, leading a defense that could be ranked number 1 overall. A scary thought for opposing quarterbacks who already dread facing San Francisco's front 7. But if that's not enough drama, ESPN is also stirring the pot with a bold claim that Brandon Ayuk, who has been surrounded by contract extension rumors, theories start to slow him down, which is bittersweet for fans because while he remains a fan favorite and one of the most physical tight ends ever, the NFL is a brutal league where windows of dominance close fast, so enjoy it while it lasts. And speaking of dominance windows, ESPN has also dropped the bomb that Shanahan himself could finally win Coach of the Year, something that has somehow eluded him despite years of brilliance, as voters may finally recognize that keeping the 49ers in contention year after year with different quarterbacks, constant injuries, and immense pressure is one of the most impressive coaching feats in the modern era. And if all of these predictions come true, we could be witnessing one of the most historic 49ers seasons ever, one that could redefine legacies, silence critics, and put San Francisco back on top of the NFL world where many fans feel they belong. But of course, these are predictions, and predictions are never guarantees, because football is unpredictable. Injuries happen, rivals improve, and sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way, which is what makes this sport so thrilling and heartbreaking at the same time. But one thing is clear, the 2025 49ers are not just contenders, they are headline makers. And whether ESPN's bold forecasts turn into reality or fizzle out, fans everywhere will be watching closely as San Francisco embarks on a season filled with expectation, pressure, and opportunity. Because for every diehard faithful, nothing matters more than seeing the red and gold back in the Super Bowl and finally hoisting that Lombardi trophy again, ending a drought that feels way too long for a franchise with such a rich championship history. And if you're a real 49ers fan, you already know that this season is personal. It's about pride, it's about proving doubters wrong, and it's about showing the entire NFL world that the San Francisco 49ers are still the standard of excellence. So buckle up because the ride is about to go.
and wild. And if you're new here or you've been rocking with us for a while, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more breaking 49ers updates, and drop a comment down below letting me know what you think of ESPN's crazy predictions. Are they spot on or completely out of pocket? And who do you think will be the biggest star for San Francisco this year? Because your voice matters, and I love hearing from the faithful. So don't hold back, let's get the conversation going.
Right now, and stay tuned because this season, win or lose, it's going to be unforgettable for the 49ers and for all of us who bleed red and gold.